Is where we're doing it all weekend long. We are out in Homebush for stop 4 of the HSBC Sevens World Series. Next up, more Pool C action with New Zealand up against Wales. Carlton New Zealand finished 3rd last week over in Hamilton. Wales did not post a win, but they are in a stage of rebuilding with a ton of debutants doing their thing last weekend.
Yeah, this Welsh team, no doubt, Shawnee, they've had the best of times, but they've got some guys, some young guys. They've got some skill, that's for sure. New Zealand aren't happy the way they finished their home tournament in their Cup semi-final, losing to the USA. Didn't play their best, and I know they've been looking forward to this weekend to try and rectify that performance.
They did bounce back, though, to put away South Africa to claim the bronze medal in their home tournament. They will be inaugural winners of the HSBC Sydney Sevens, playing that epic final 20 minutes of play against Australia across town at the SFS. In the first year of. There is a look at the Welsh starting lineup, led as always by Luke Trahan, and keep an eye on some of the guys coming off their bench as well, in particular Ria Dyer. Richard Horton, our referee for this our second Pool C game on day 2 here in Sydney. We had the women do their thing yesterday. The New Zealand women were terrific. Can the men replicate their performances? Here we are, off and running. New Zealand v Wales. That one is Scrappy. Will come in and pack it down. Carlton, you walked the field a little earlier today. It looks slippy, but it's hard underneath.
Yeah, that's the thing, Sean. It really is. So when the ball bounces like that, it is going to be slick for these players to try and control. So that's something that all the teams kicking off in their first game will want to be mindful of.
Yep. Approach. Bind. Set.
In it goes, now it comes for Trahan, who bullets that one into the runner who can't hang on. Now with New Zealand and Revolvo. He's big, he's powerful, and he is loaded with pace. New Zealand score first, and it's Joe Revolvo on the board.
Yeah, Big Joe had an up and down weekend in Hamilton, but starts this one in Sydney in fine style. Wales with a mistake. Shu goes back. Vudamani just sizes up the situation. He gives it to Big Joe with 25 metres to work in, and this is always going to be a big mismatch. Left-hand fend, the right-hand put down. Good start, New Zealand.
Well, Wales ran into a white-hot Fiji in game 1 last weekend, and it doesn't get any easier 7 days forward up against New Zealand, who can't get the kick to go. It stays 5-0. Who come into this tournament as you'd probably have them behind Fiji, just behind Fiji, as favourites to take out the title. USA and South Africa and the host nation all looking to press as well. That time around the passing a little better. Trahan, the recipient, he's wrapped up by Kurt Baker, who goes again and he's penalised for going off his feet.
I don't think using Luke Trahan for a hit-up is probably your best option. He's your ball player. You don't want him caught up in that sort of situation. It gives him an opportunity to just settle down here, but I think they got better players that you can use in these situations. He's your main man to direct. You don't want him doing a 2-up.
You've got the line. It's your line.
Trahan kicked a touch and let's put it 40 from his line. Nice take at the top there from Devine. Trahan goes out the back. Tries to slide past Nareki, who reads it well.
Penalty advantage.
Another penalty advantage here for Wales. They can't do anything initially. Now they tap and go. Wales looking to counter that initial strike from Revolvo. Not this time round. It's great cover defence from Vilimoni Karoi.
Yeah, and Black is disappointed with himself there. He saw half hold, but Vudamani Karoi is becoming a very good sweeper. Ushers him over and uses the sideline as a friend. Great technique around the ball so he can't pass it. Well done, Vudamani Karoi. Technique.
Maybe just get the head on the other side. Get on the trailing side.
I would have just pushed him. I would have.
Carlton in commentary from New Zealand Sevens captain. Keeping a close eye on things across the weekend. That one overthrown. Trahan comes in and tidies up for Wales. Carries towards the 22. Slow ball for Wales though. New Zealand get their line set. It's a nice ball at the line, and Wales On the long slide goes in Jenkins. Level up, 5-5, kick to come.
And what I like about this is a turnover from New Zealand, but look at the way they slide out. It's going to be Nareki that gets done on the outside by the pass. And Jenkins slides in from Cardiff. What a reply from them.
He wasn't leaving anything to chance, was he? I love a good slide. Good finish.
Oh, and great confidence booster too, Shawnee, for this Welsh team.
Lukey Trahan slips it inside the sticks. And Wales surprise leaders with around about 2 minutes 30 to run in this first half.
You think you've seen this weather affect these sides with the handling, but Wales get an opportunity, taking full toll of it, deservedly have the lead.
That one's sent infield from Amanaki Nicole. Nareki slips a couple of defenders, gets to the 22. Wales off their feet there now. New Zealand play on quick. Mickelson across the park they come. Good in and away, and now they release. Nicole, good clean out as well for Mickelson. Mickelson up over the 22, keeps it alive, but he finds his opposing skipper, not a black jersey, but New Zealand climb in, tidy up, and on they come. Karoi. Baker back to the blind, and it's smart play as always from Kurt Baker. He reads it so well, finds Inshu, and New Zealand reclaim the lead.
Well, this is how cool the game of sevens can be. Kai Devine nearly turned the ball over. He's half a second from getting it. New Zealand's 22. He left his feet. New Zealand went the length of the field. Kurt Baker takes it to the middle, bounces back the blind that overchase Wales. Easiest of tries. Got to take your opportunities in this game.
And the last plate you want sniffing around after the quick tap is Kurt Baker. He's been around, he's seen it all, and he knows how to put guys across the line. The conversion is not one of the better attempts from the board of Vilimoni Karoi, and it stays 10-7.
The kick-offs of West New Zealand was so dominant last week, apart from the Cup semi-final.
Just have to check the chase there. Slap back by Devine. Big rangy unit, Devine. Trahan. Happy just to hold these passes up at the line, Wales. Good charge from Joe Goodchild. Former Welsh 20s player, Trahan. Trahan again. Mixing the angles up nicely here, Wales, and asking some questions at the defensive line, and now getting into New Zealand's half. Good tackle. Rovovo, man who scored the opening try. Now they lose their feet, and in goes Mickelson. He wins a turnover. The captain with a steal. And now Karoi looking to ignite the men on the outside. Rovovo. This is John Nareki. Karoi, nothing doing on this side. That is an uncharacteristic finish to the first half of play from New Zealand. And at the break, they are clear by 3 against Wales. Our drone shot of Spotless Stadium. So for the first time we are a little further west than the Sydney Football Stadium. For those of you watching on around the world, we are in one of the warmer parts of Sydney. It was baking hot all weekend. Thankfully a reprieve yesterday for the women, and a little cooler again today as Clark Laidlaw has a word to his men.
When he runs at home, we called out half court out a couple of times. And then next to that, we would have come, got a chance just here, keep coming and put pressure, we'd make a tackle 5 years further up the field, and then what take a tackle? When they're on the shot balls, what do? Shot. Alright, so we'd be nice and physical, but push the left. This is Chuck coming in getting the ball. Got a good picture for us and for him. Right? So Chuck tackles the people that come forward first. Just make sure you know who you are.
Clark Laidlaw was just talking to his team for New Zealand about the short balls on attack from Wales that have gotten some profit against the New Zealand defence. And what he said to his team, you've got a chop tackle, which means go around the legs, put them on the ground, get turnovers. They've had a couple already, New Zealand on the turnovers, but they're very lucky to hold this Welsh team. We've grown in confidence throughout this game. They actually led it. Not too far away. If they had taken a couple more opportunities, that could have easily been another try in front.
It's a real tactic, hasn't it been, from Wales? Just taking the ball to the line and shuffling across and looking to mix up their angles, and it's actually worked out okay for them.
Especially when they got the right players in the right position. Joe Goodchild's been very effective. He's a big unit. Also, Kai Devine, when he carries as well. I like those short lines because it draws them two defenders. If you're able to get a ball away or hold it, you're over the front foot line. You can't have the guy like the captain, Luke Trahan, hitting the ball. That's what you don't want. But can they sustain this pressure, Sean? That's the thing for me.
Let's find out. Moving and shaking again. Trahan deep for Wales. Goes down to New Zealand's 22. This is the second half of our second game in Pool C. Mickelson. Nothing shoot. Opens up and he's stopped by Trahan. Karoi. Baker over the top. Bounce pass will work out okay on the outside. Revolvo has beaten 1, 2, 3. Nicole it was, in fact, and Kurt Baker. Kurt Baker rounds it out. It was Amanaki Nicole moving like Joe Revolvo. And Kurt Baker, as always, on hand to finish it off.
Yeah, well, a big man on the wing, and you're right. He can shift, can Amanaki Nicole. Uses the right foot, uses the right hand fin, goes on the infield and then uses that gas that people underestimate. Nicole, you can see right there, he's going, where's my support player? There he is. And it comes in the form of Kurt Baker, KB. You know what I like? A double font. Let's see it. Yay.
There he is, the Commonwealth Games winner, World Cup winner. There's not much that Kurt Baker hasn't done in the world of sevens.
But a lot more direct, a lot more urgency from New Zealand straight off from their kickoff through Tony Ingshoot.
Here comes Revolvo, goes up, can't come down with it. It's in a touch. It'll be a Welsh line-out throw.
Well, it's interesting they used Joe Revolvo, who's actually the winger from kickoffs, and Nicole. They swap places. Trying to use big Joe Revolvo's athleticism. This is a beautiful shot, but goes up nice and high, makes it contestable. No one touches it.
Like step 9.
Now New Zealand can compete at the line-out throw.
Lovely take on the fade from Bennett. Blacker. Solid charge from Blacker. Trahan. Good team from Ben Roach. The ageless Welsh player. It was nice work in contact initially, and they got it wrong on the deck.
Well, you can see what they're doing. There's a hit up in the midfield, bounce back to blind, try and get that mismatch with over-chasing defenders, but New Zealand just so good at that breakdown area, making it contestable, lifting them up. There's the knock-on, trying to push it back was Roach. I like the game plan in this situation from Wales. Didn't work that time because of a mistake and good defence, and using their big men to great effect.
A couple of changes being brought here from Clark Laidlaw. Baker and Revolvo are off.
You're probably bringing the top back line for New Zealand, a new stud, Sione Morlea, and then Regan Ware, so no respite whatsoever. And this guy, in these conditions, can jam Regan Ware. Look out for his step.
Karoi snipes off the back, finds new stub. Wrapped up and driven into the turf. Good defence, Wales. Short on numbers, New Zealand. Morlea on the deep cut. Ware linking again with Morlea. Back for Ware, he cut underneath, and Morlea went to the outside. It's in a touch.
Well, the first late switch was absolutely brilliant with Ware and Morlea. Morlea thinking he was going on the outside, but his winger actually tried to cut him in the in. Right there, should have stayed on the outside there. Regan see them with Sione Morlea, turned the defence around.
Black 2.
Space was there. Just a bit of communication. First touch, co-captain. This occasion, Sione Morlea. Scott Curry not here through injury.
There's your mark. Hold. Time back on.
See, a lot of time to go in this game here, Sean. Wales not in a rush, just slowing it down. Got to make sure their set piece is accurate.
The set piece has been excellent. Another on the money line out throw. Trahan almost gets under the D.
That's an advantage, Red.
Might have been a high tackle in there against New Zealand.
tackle.
That is the call, and on they come. Wales. Blacker holds up the pass, gets it to Jenkins. Already one try for Jenkins. Trahan. For his good mate Roach. Trahan in there. Ball
Ball's not out.
Not out.
Ball's
It's a
not
call.
out.
Trahan sniffs, taps, goes. Trahan. Over the top it goes from Blacker. Jenkins. Roach. Great continuity this from the Welsh. Roach cuts in field. Benny Roach. And Wales are going to trail by just one in just a moment. They were huge outsiders for this matchup against New Zealand, but they are asking questions.
Oh, and they held the ball for so many phases. New Zealand defence was gone. Mulia only just gets him. It's a tight tackle. Got a hands on it. Sam Dixon can't get there. The confidence this Welsh team, regardless of the result, will be huge. There's the step. There's the give to the big man, Roach. He just stops, props him. Hard to defend when you got football like that on the big man. Well done.
The conversion is good. The difference is one. That has to go an extra metre. It just gets there. 2 to play. Just reminding you all that Wales didn't win a game last week in Hamilton, and here they are up against New Zealand, the powerhouses of the World Rugby 7 Series, trailing by just a single point. 90 seconds to run. It's a good line, outside in. New Zealand get into the backfield. The pass was a screamer from Karoi for Ware. And New Zealand push the margin to 6.
When the pressure's on, this team has just continued to step it up over the past season. Regan Ware, watch him come off. This is just from the kickoff. Nearly bobbled and dropped by Mulia. Ing Shu once again takes the ball forward. He's just such a firelighter as Ing Shu. It's a 50-50 ball, but they go down this edge a couple of times and it opens up the right-hand side of the field. Regan Ware with the footwork, and he's got gases. Regan Ware, one of the best right foot in the game. Probably takes a result away from Wales, which has been great.
Okay. There's still a shot here if they can land a converted try. Wales. Smart, deep restart, though, from New Zealand. Trahan.
Tackle, release, Black.
Release was the call.
High tackle.
They didn't
no
get the
release.
message, New Zealand.
Black.
Wales with the final shot. Trailing by 6. Touch isolated there, but the support gets there just in the nick of. Wales. It's been a brave performance. Here we go again. Penalty advantage still with Wales as a full-time siren goes. Jenkins swings it back to the right. Advantage gone now. And they go over the ball. New Zealand want more. Do they know they're only up by 6? Trahan. New sub floats it wide. Looking to ice it here where Skip steps at the line, then bullets the pass back to the left, and they will have the final say. Sione Molia. New Zealand will get the win.
Well, it's all about points differential for them. That's why I think they wanted to play on after the hooter. Regan Ware again just making a menace of himself. Takes out 4 defenders. And with one pass, skips it out. There's not much left. Having to overchase Wales, and Sione Molia, the co-captain, finishes off a tough game for them first up.
Wales really putting the pressure on late into this match up against New Zealand. But the men in black finishing style through Sione Molia. So winners in Pool C in our first 2 games on day 1 of the men's HSBC Sydney Sevens are Spain and now New Zealand. Okay, time now to throw it across to former Wallaby Drew Mitchell, and alongside him on debut, and it is a big welcome to the series to Andrew Swain.